Good day and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nobakis binti Muhammad Rizal. My metric number is S70089. I am member of the board. Today I am pleased to present the executive summary and market selection framework for expanding the chicken rice shop into Indonesia. Indonesia represents an incredible growth opportunity driven by an emerging urban middle class and the world's largest Muslim consumer base. To capture this market while bypassing the liability of foreigners, we are proposing a joint venture with an established, reputable domestic F&B operator. This entry would perfectly minimize our capital risk while giving us immediate access to a localized network and critical consumer insight. Our operational model balances standard brand equity with deep local responsiveness. Strategically, we are transitioning our halal compliance from Jakin to Indonesia local BPJPH framework. To stay competitive, we are deploying an affordable premium pricing strategy that places our quality clearly above traditional street food vendor or warung, while remaining budget-friendly for middle-class family. Furthermore, we are tapping into Indonesia's digital landscape by utilizing Gojek and Grab for last-mile delivery, specifically aligning with their carbon-neutral electric vehicle fleets. Finally, environmental and social sustainability are built directly into our core operation using a strict triple bottom line approach. We will completely remove single-use plastic from our delivery loops and replace them with 100% biodegradable cassava-based container made locally in Indonesia. To manage social equity and local protectionism, our supply chain will be decentralized to source fresh ingredients directly from Indonesia Farming Cooperative. This local procurement drastically cut cross-border shipping emissions, keep a fully compliant with Indonesia labor law, and secure a highly ethical, culturally relevant, and highly profitable foundation for long-term growth. Moving on to our market selection analysis for question 1. First, let's look at the strategic suitability of Indonesia. Indonesia represents the ideal target country because it bridges TCRS core competency, which is scalable, high integrity halal dining with a massive demographic opportunity. As the nation with the world's largest Muslim population, halal assurance and cultural fit are non-negotiable consumer demand. Furthermore, economic growth in a major city have shifted customer behavior away from informal warung toward structured casual dining. By entering through a joint venture, we leverage our local partner, real estate link, and supply network, effectively lowering our operational risk and overcoming the liability of foreigners. Next, our pastel analysis highlight the vital micro-environmental factor in play. Politically, a JV insulates us from protectionist sentiment by supporting local agriculture and employment. Economically, rising middle-class income in urban centers like Jakarta and Surabaya support our premium positioning. Social, we must avoid assuming the market are identical. Indonesia consumer expect much border spice, profile, and heat variation like sambal hijau compared to middle Malaysian flavor, meaning menu adaptation is crucial. From a technological standpoint, the heavy penetration of digital ecosystem like Gojek and Grab offer an immediate opportunity to implement an omni-channel strategy. On the legal front, we face strict guidelines. Our Malaysia Jakin framework is not legally sufficient, meaning we must secure local BPJPH halal certification under the Halal Product Assurance Act while adhering the original minimum wage under Indonesia labor law. Finally, the environmental landscape is highly critical. Rising urban plastic waste from delivery apps has led to tighter government regulation. Failing to address non-reusable packaging expose the brand to heavy legal penalty and social backlash, while bring us to sustainability executions. Move to the final part of our market analysis. We look closely sustainability and ethical issue within the Indonesia market. First, halal sourcing integrity and supply chain traceability are absolutely vital because halal status dictates customer trust in Indonesia. Any breakdown in compliance across our value chain create an immediate operational risk. To address this ethically, we are implementing sophisticated tracking software, and independent audit to guarantee that all ingredients from chicken to seasoning are cleanly and transparently processed. Second, we must proactively navigate local protectionism, operating a closed supply chain by importing all our core ingredients from Malaysia would quickly alienate local consumer and agriculture union. Our strategic solution is to build a decentralized network by sourcing our raw material directly from local Indonesia farmer and agriculture cooperative. We show authentic corporate social responsibility and actively support the domestic economy. Lastly, we prioritize labor equity and fair workplace practice. The food and beverage sector in emerging market can be highly vulnerable to long working hours and poor kitchen conditions. TCRS take a firm ethical stance by ensuring that all our operation and joint venture networks strictly adhere to the Indonesia labour law. This ensures we guarantee fair living wages, provide safe working environment and eliminate employment discrimination, establish TCRS as a trusted ethical employer in the region. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Putri Amalin Aisyah binti Zakaria. My metric number S70319. Today, I will present the International Marketing Challenge and opportunities for the Chicken Shop, or TCRS, when expanding into Indonesia. First, let's look at the challenge. The first challenge is regulatory compliance and halal certification. Although TCRS already follows Malaysian halal standard under JAKIM, Indonesia requires certification through BPJPH. The approval process can be complex and time-consuming. Any delay may affect supply chain operation and postpone restaurant opening. The second challenge is cultural adaptation and menu localization. Indonesia consumers generally prefer stronger and spicier flavor compared to Malaysian consumers. Popular dishes such as ayam penyet and ayam bakar are already deeply rooted in the market. Therefore, TCRS must adapt its menu by introducing local flavor options while maintaining its brand identity. Challenge is intense competition. TCRS will compete with major international brands such as KFC and McDonald's, as well as from local restaurant chains. These competitors already have local customers, established supply networks, and strong market presence. Now, let's move on to the opportunities. Indonesia has a highly developed digital food delivery ecosystem. Platforms such as GrabFood, GoodFood, and Shopee Food allow TCRS to reach customers quickly without relying heavily on physical outlets. Another opportunity is the growing halal market. In Indonesia, halal certification is not only a religious requirement but also a symbol of quality, safety, and trust. This creates a strong advantage for TCRS as a halal certificate brand. Finally, sustainable trends provide another opportunity. By using eco-friendly packaging, reduce food waste, and promoting responsible sourcing, TCRS can strengthen its reputation and attract environmentally conscious consumers. In conclusion, although TCRS faces challenges related to regulation, cultural difference, and competition, Indonesia offers significant growth opportunities through digitalization, halal consumption, and sustainability trends. Thank you.
My name is Nulana Nadia binti Muhammad Syamsuddin. My number matric is N71486 and I will present our ethical and sustainable entry strategy which focus on 4 key pillars for a responsible market entry into Indonesia. First, we will establish a joint venture with a local partner to navigate regulation more effectively and benefit from local market expertise. Second, we will ensure halal integrity by obtaining certification from Indonesia's official halal authority BPJPH in compliance with local requirements. Third, we will maintain an ethical supply chain by sourcing ingredients from certified suppliers and complying with Indonesian labour law. Finally, we will support environmental sustainability by sourcing ingredients locally and implementing efficient waste management practices to reduce our environmental impact. This strategy enables a compliant, ethical, and sustainable market entry while building trust with Indonesian consumer. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Al-Faqifa with Mr. number S70556. I'll be presenting how the TCRS shop can adapt its sustainable global marketing mix for entry into Indonesia. Starting with the product, success in Indonesia requires halal legitimacy. While the TCRS shop is certified by JAKIM in Malaysia, it must transition to BPJPH certification under Indonesia's Halal Product Insurance Act. Beyond the compliance, sourcing cash-free, poultry locally, and using cassava-based biodegradable packaging will demonstrate ethical responsibility and environmental care, which are increasingly valued by Indonesian consumers. Moving to the price, the TCRS shop will position itself as an affordable premium casual dining brand by offering higher quality than street food but still accessible to the emerging middle class. Transparent pricing is a key. By openly communicating that a small premium supports local farmers and favorites, the TCRS shop builds a trust and shows commitment to community sustainability. Next, for the place, decentralizing supply chain is essential. By sourcing rice, vegetables, and spice locally, the TCRS shop reduces its carbon footprint and supports Indonesian agriculture. Distribution will also leverage partnerships with Gojek and Grab, which is boost carbon neutral delivery programs aligned with consumers' demand for convenience and eco-friendly practices. And finally, for the promotion, in Indonesia's competitive market, credibility is matter. The TCRS shop must avoid vague sustainability claims and instead highlight the verifiable achievement such as BPJPH Halal certified and 100% Indonesia sources rice. Cultural localization will also strengthen the resonance, for example, using the slogan Bukan Segala Nasi and tying campaigns to festive traditions like Ramadan. So, digital marketing and influencer collaborations will further the enhanced visibility. In conclusion, this strategy balances global brand equity with local adaptation. By embedding ethics, sustainability, and cultural sensitivity into product, price, place, and promotion, the TCRS shop can build consumer trust, avoid backlash, and secure a long-term success in the Indonesian food and beverage industry. Let's move on to the key risk mitigation factors for the TCRS shop into the Indonesian food and beverage market. First, cultural misunderstanding. Indonesia is collectivity society where community values and indirect communication dominate. Food preferences also differ significantly from Malaysia. With Indonesia's favoring stronger spices and sweet base, this means the TCRS shop must adapt its product and marketing to local taste rather than assuming similarity with Malaysia. Second is ethical backlash. Consumers expect honesty, transparency, and support for local economies. If the TCRS shop relies solely on import supplies from Malaysia, it risks criticism for neglecting local farmers and supplies. Embedding ethics into sustainability framework is both moral obligation and a strategic advantage. Third, environmental regulation issues. Indonesia faces challenges with weak enforcement and regulatory ambiguity, but public and government scrutiny of waste and plastic use is increasing. If the TCRS shop fails to manage takeaway packaging and waste responsibly, it could face fines and reputational harm. Finally, is reputation damage. In the age of social media, backlash spreads rapidly. Two major risks stand out: halal non-compliance and greenwashing. Halal certification must come from Indonesia's BPJPH, not Malaysia's JAKIM, and sustainability claims must be backed with evidence or they risk being dismissed as greenwashing. So in conclusion, success in Indonesia requires cultural sensitivity, ethical leadership, regulatory compliance, and proactive reputation management. By embedding ethics, respecting local customs, and ensuring transparency, the TCRS shop can build long-term competitiveness in this market. That's all from me.
Moving forward, I will present a 4 strategic recommendation to ensure a sustainable and competitive market present in Indonesia. First, we recommend cultural localization by adapting menu offerings to local tastes, such as introducing sambal hijau and bawang flavors, while training staff to understand local cultural preference. Second, we emphasize ethical transparency through fair trade practice with local supplier and regular sustainability reporting to strengthen stakeholder trust. Third, under eco-management, we propose reducing environmental impact by replacing single-use plastic with biodegradable packaging and improving waste management practice. Finally, for reputation safeguarding, we will actively monitor customer feedback on social media and ensure all that halal and sustainability claims are supported by verified evidence to prevent greenwashing. Together, these strategies will support long-term growth while maintaining ethical and sustainable business practice. That's all from me. Thank you.